Hello and welcome to this short presentation giving you an overview of studying MSc in Applied Linguistics at the University of Glasgow. My name is Dr. Louis Strange. I'm a lecturer in sociolinguistics and also the MSc Applied Linguistics Programme Director. At Glasgow, we consider applied linguistics to be a broad and diverse field, which takes in issues of language teaching and learning, of course, but also goes far beyond this to look at the role that language plays in many different aspects of social and professional life. You'll get the opportunity to explore the breadth of topics within applied linguistics with a highly diverse student cohort. We welcome students onto our programme from all over the world. In your interactions with these other students, and of course with staff as well, you'll be encouraged to develop your critical thinking skills, which is a very important part of postgraduate study in any subject area. We support our students to develop their confidence in questioning what they read. We don't expect students just to take things at face value, but we encourage them to question, debate, and challenge, and to become highly skilled independent thinkers. In doing all of this, we're supporting you to become active members of the wider applied linguistics community. So how does this happen in practice? Well, our course structure looks like this. We have 2 semesters, each 11 weeks long, with a midterm break which we call Reading Week. All applied linguistics students must take 2 core courses, the Research Training course and Applying Linguistics in Social and Professional Life. You'll also take 4 option courses, 2 each semester. After those 2 semesters of taught courses, you'll then embark on your dissertation in the summer months. This is an independent research project on a topic of your choice that you will work on with the support of a dedicated supervisor. Examples of recent topics explored by our students include examination of barriers to access for refugees and asylum seekers in further education, the study of online protests against proposed cuts to a languages department, or exploration of metaphors in plant-based products. As you can see, our students often choose to engage in timely and relevant research, which reflects their interests and sometimes professional background. Within this overall programme structure, I think it's important to highlight the particular approaches that we take to our teaching and learning. Some courses may include a lecture component, where the emphasis is on the teacher presenting core information related to a specific topic. Even within our lectures, however, there is typically a big emphasis placed on interactivity. Within this format, students are still encouraged to participate actively and ask questions. When it comes to small group seminars, this notion of interactive participation is absolutely fundamental. Our small group teaching is really driven by this principle. I've already mentioned that we value our students developing skills of critical engagement and questioning, and that's really at the heart of how we run our classes, particularly the seminars, but even the lectures too. We acknowledge that this emphasis on active participation may be unfamiliar for many students, and we do our utmost to create a safe and supportive space in which students can feel confident in exploring these skills. Our students from previous years have commented how this particular teaching approach really helps them to understand topics and concepts in much more depth. I've also mentioned on the slide here staff's office hours, which is another aspect that may be unfamiliar. All staff members have a dedicated hour each week where students are welcome to drop in to discuss their learning and any specific questions that they may have. I know that a lot of students can be quite nervous about using these drop-in hours, but I can't stress enough what a vital part of the learning process they are. Getting to talk to the staff members about your academic development, for example, discussing some feedback that you received, and making an action plan on how to keep improving in your coursework is so valuable. We really notice the benefits for students who engage with us in this way. So on this programme, you should always feel free to come and have a friendly informal chat within these slots. As I mentioned before, overall what we're aiming to do is support our students in becoming part of this wider applied linguistics community. In addition to your participation in the courses that you take, another valuable way that you become part of this community is by attending the wide range of extra activities that take place in our department across the academic year. Most notably, we have the English Language and Linguistics Research Seminar Series. So we welcome scholars from all around the world to talk about their cutting-edge research within different subtopics in linguistics. And recent talk titles include Exploration of Gen Z Language or Documenting Variation in Swahili. These research seminars are a great way to learn about the breadth of impactful and innovative research that's taking place in our field. We also run what we call reading group sessions, where we have an informal discussion about a selected reading. We run a reading group which is specific to applied linguistics, but colleagues also run those which relate to corpus linguistics and onomastics or name studies, for example. Again, there's something for everyone. Participating in these activities will really enhance your sense of belonging in the community, as well as constantly refining your understanding of the broader field. It's of course worth mentioning what kinds of common career paths might be open to you with an MSc Applied Linguistics degree from the University of Glasgow. Career paths that are linked to the wider subject area of English language and linguistics include the examples on the slide here. So education, particularly going into language teaching with a TEFL or TESOL degree, marketing, lexicography, speech therapy, journalism, or the corporate sector. What all of these jobs have in common is that they're careers which are underpinned by a need for insight into how language functions and how it's used in a range of different contexts. Some of our graduates from previous years of the MSc Applied Linguistics programme have gone on to careers in university foreign language teaching, English for academic purposes, and student support roles at university. Others have decided to go on to the next step along the academic route and have been accepted onto PhD programmes in the field. Now, having had all this information, it's worth thinking about how you may want to apply for the degree. And I think the core message here is visit the website. You can see the link here, but you can also just search for the degree programme website as well. We do accept applications all year round, pretty much, but do pay attention to the different deadlines that exist because the applications will be looked at in different rounds. More information is on the website, so do take a look. Please make sure also that you've got all the necessary documentation ready when you apply, including degree certificates and transcripts, perhaps your English language proficiency as well, if relevant. You can find a list of the English language proficiency tests which the university accepts on the website. I hope this has been useful and I've provided you with some interesting information about the programme and maybe piqued your interest as well. Do go and have a look at our programme website for more details, but if you still have any questions at all, please feel free to get in touch with me directly by email. My email address is there on the screen, louis.strange@glasgow.ac.uk. I'm always happy to answer any queries you might have related to the MSc Applied Linguistics programme, so please feel free to get in touch whenever you feel like it, and also make sure to follow our social media as well, particularly our Blue Sky, which is uofg-ell.bsky.social, University of Glasgow, English Language and Linguistics. Thanks again for watching this short video, and hopefully we'll see you in Glasgow when you finally apply.